Greetings, fellow movie collectors. I am back with another update video. Got a couple things to show you guys, so I'm just gonna begin. Alright, the first thing I'm gonna show you isn't a movie, it's actually a bag that I picked up on the way out of Family Video. And it's a Game of Thrones bag. This is a Stark bag. I went to another Family Video afterwards and found that they actually had a Targaryen bag, which I kind of liked a little bit better. But I didn't really want to waste the money, like, even though it was only 99 cents. You know, basically you buy these bags so you can put the movies in as you walk around. It's not that bad. It's like, decent enough. So maybe when I go someplace that's like, got a lot of stuff, I might just bring this next time. Alright, also on the way out of the store, I looked over it and I saw this bin. So I asked the clerk about it, and like in the bin there was a whole bunch of slipcovers. Because I've been noticing at Family Video, most times, most of their DVDs and Blu-rays that normally would have slipcovers don't. And it turns out that she told me it's actually their policy to throw them out. So I actually got this one here for Black Mass. I've seen the movie and it's only just so-so. But at the same time, I figured just the cover would look nice. Like, maybe I'll pick out a feature, maybe I won't. But, I think I might also make it my practice now of asking to grab some slipcovers out of these bins. Because I know a lot of collectors who like to have slipcovers for their stuff, and sometimes the releases no longer have that. So if they're throwing them in the garbage, maybe I can just start collecting these, and if someone wants some, I could, trade for the slipcovers or something, I don't know. But I'm going to see if I can start grabbing these things, especially if they're just going to throw them away. Alright, now we'll get into the update. Alright, I'm going to start with the non-horror titles first. And first up, we have Etherly, starring Salma Hayek. And basically, she's this prostitute who tried to inform on her mob boss boyfriend, and he finds out about it. So basically, he's trying to have her killed, and she's held up in his apartment with all these weapons, and all these other fellow prostitutes and mob henchmen are after her and they're trying to kill her. Basically, this is like a mesh-up between Die Hard and Kill Bill. It's quite enjoyable. Like, had this film came out like in the 90s, it'd probably be like a much bigger deal instead of going direct to video. But I really did enjoy this one a fair bit. This is actually an upgrade. I had picked this up a little bit earlier in the year, or last year, on DVD, but I liked it enough to want to get it on Blu-ray, so went ahead and did that. One thing I noticed too is with the Anchor Bay DVDs, a lot of them don't have screen printing on them, whereas the Blu-rays do. And I find that sometimes when they don't put the screen printing on there, it makes it more susceptible to being damaged. Like, if they get scratches on top, I think it sometimes goes through and causes problems on the back side of the information side of the disc. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I know I picked up a couple other releases from Anchor Bay that didn't quite work as well, that were clear on the front. Alright, next up we have Kill Me Three Times. I haven't seen this one yet, but I like the trailer. I did see the trailer. This one stars Simon Pegg. I think he's like some kind of hitman. So this is like kind of like a dark comedy, I'm assuming. Looking forward to checking this one out. Hopefully it's halfway decent. I don't know, I can't even talk today. The words are just not coming out properly. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Probably watch this one tomorrow. Alright, now on to the horror pickups. Alright, so first we have Inner Demons. And this is one of those, found footage type, faux documentary type things. Basically, the setup here is it's like this television program like Intervention, and they have this young girl that's got drug problems. But it turns out the reason why she has drug problems is because she's actually possessed by a demon, and I think she's actually kept it at bay by taking drugs. So I guess they kind of get her off the drugs, and then the demon comes out. I guess that's I'm assuming that's what this movie's about. Not really a big fan of found footage films, but I always tend to pick them up for some reason. This one I wanted because it's an IFC Midnight release, and I like collecting these. The problem with IFC Midnight is generally they don't release their stuff, distribute their stuff in Canada. So if you want to get an IFC Midnight release, sometimes you got to pay good money for it on Amazon or whatever like that. Whereas for some reason the Family Videos in my area, they carry IFC Midnight releases, and that's where I've actually got most of them from. You know, this release actually is really available in Canada through Anchor Bay Entertainment, but I like to have the IFC Midnight release. All right, let's go on. All right, now we have Burying the Ex. This movie's been available since the summer. Been wanting to pick this one up for two reasons. One, it's a Joe Dante film, and two, this one stars Alexandra Daddario, who was in True Detective, and that silly earthquake movie that came out with The Rock. Really big fan of hers. Hopefully this movie's halfway decent. I kind of feel bad for Joe Dante because he was once one of the top directors. You know, he had The Howling, he had Piranha, Gremlins, and all of a sudden, for some reason, he's not being able to find work. And he's got connections. I mean, he's good friends with Steven Spielberg, so I don't know why his movies are all going direct to video. But I don't know. It's just kind of a zombie movie where this guy's going to break up with a girl, and then she ends up dying. But he didn't break it up with her, so she comes back from the dead to be with him, and he's actually found a new girl. So I guess it's kind of like a comedy thing. All right, next up we have another found footage horror comedy. And this one is What We Do in the Shadows. It's from the makers of the Flight of the Conchord TV series. We're looking forward to checking this one out. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks really, really funny. This one centers on a documentary crew that's, I guess, interviewing these vampires that are living together. And it's kind of like what happens, you know, I don't know. Maybe they don't get along, I don't know. I gotta check this one out. I have to watch this one. But I heard good things about it, though. And last up for this update, we have Last Shift. This one kind of reminded me of another horror movie that I watched last year called Let Us Pray. And it's about a young female police officer who, on her first day on the job, is supposed to spend the night watching over this old abandoned police station. And there's all this supernatural stuff going on. This one I was kind of disappointed with, which was a shame because I really wanted to see this one for a bit. I've seen other people talk about it and stuff like that. This one's got really great horror imagery, but you know, and it is economically done. It's like one location, you know, very small cast. You know, probably saved them a lot of money doing this, but at the same time, there's just a story, you know. Like, there's times where she probably should have just ran, and she didn't because she was trying to, she wanted to keep her job and stuff like that. And then it also becomes a kind of a Jacob's Ladder thing where, like, things happen and then they don't happen and stuff like that. I can see if this film would have been, the script was available in the 90s, I can see Dimension Films taking the script and turning it into one of their Hellraiser sequels, as they were notorious to do back in the day. Because this one kind of has that feel of like, especially Hellraiser. The Hellraisers like 4 through 6 all had the same kind of plot where stuff would happen and then not happen, and this could really, really easily fit into that. So I guess that's it, guys. That's my update. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time.